Gilg Jew, Gilg J as Gilg Nerach.
Smilia Musaltica Shodat, Claare Gael. My name is Robert Cutting Carswell, Robert a Carslach.
Have you ever had Tell About Bobby Bob?
And Claare Gael is a bilingual programme with a thread of it in the English language, as leis Snaigi Sagilg, and with a thread of it in the Manx Gaelic, Chinyanamera, the mother tongue of Ellen Vanning, the Isle of Man. As Bannacht and Durish. We've spent some time looking at a little of the industrial history of the sailmaking industry at Tramode, and something about the Moore family that established and ran it for 4 generations. From their family home of Cronkbun now, we're going up the hill to the north. Ons skiel ferish na Brerich and Grimm, a Prince Ranag, ta nien se ri a chor Gelden de Ranag, the Jinne Vain Claare, the Jinne Vain Claare erek, as you Jen Chavanek, as Cadlus a Ljabi Shijek, more ounder som gedden the bluggen ter ek ter dujum stjach ons a chibber. Now the Roman name, the Latin name for Cornwall, was Cornubia, and O Cornubia is the title of this song that we're starting with, sung by the New Key Male Voice Choir. And at the end they give that translation in the single word Cornwall. But, well, listening to the song, I wonder what its origins really are. Towers Geisjach Rish Radio Vanning, Station and Ashun, Viscoller Scalia Mach by Dúlish, Ellen Vanning. I've been trying to find out a bit more about that song. The first composer credit is H. James. Is that perhaps Harry James, the jazz trumpeter, hence the jazzy bluesy sound? Anyway, that was the Newquay Male Voice Choir. Lyrics are attributed to A. Taylor, and there was an Alan Taylor who was the musical director of the Newquay Male Voice Choir for a number of years as well, about that time of recording. Anyway, O Cornubio is the Latin name for Cornwall, and anyway, I've emailed Newquay Male Voice Choir to see if I can find out more about the background to that song. Now, from Cronkbone, William Gell is looking up to the north. Just o'er the brow stands Willaston, home of a living, legal gun. Golden opinions had he won, pledged to the interests of the king, yet firm, with voice in manly ring, the needy ones in front to bring. Compassed about with legal strife, evinced he mid dissensions rife the possibilities of life. And that we have to pun on the name there, where he refers to the voice in manly ring, and then ring is with a capital R and in inverted commas, because this refers to George Alfred Ring. His father, Cornelius Percy Ring, was an Irish doctor who settled in Douglas, where George Alfred Ring was born in 1851. We heard last time that A.W. Moore had married Louisa Elizabeth Wynne Hughes Games, and after the death of the Speaker of the House of Keys, A.W. Moore, Louisa married George Frederick Lucas, who went on to become Speaker of the House of Keys. Now, George Alfred Ring, meanwhile, had married Louisa's sister, Helen de Guise Hughes Games, and that was in 1883. Tanyn sa ri corgiald and den ranag de be cumreg sheshachlaiji, as the jinna as you Mary as cardless a liavi de hijek, as den ranag maso tomashis. Ach, lees te a chorgi a blug an ekrish, te sool taigen Gael be den ranag a chor be, smunnion a be eshen cooiach de vein a hais an ustja, as cliogarach rish na ranag an elia. Chouds die goil be na san mi merish an ri as ullion a courtern, te clashen pitta patter en a griechen as es kronkel a doris, as corre shir a hori de ligas stiache. Tre te golgus an doris quoi ton ach an ranag, ach te fegele chow mui jen doris. Tre ti chit backes an taiagek, ten ri an erek fagen de valley burrich, as te braich chi an or. Eis die sailsach amachte in cledden skiel, maar je call a bluggen erex a chiver, as ul you huggy gelden den ranag, son corlesh backe. Ten ri ginstje, nutty a chor gelden shen te uri kulina. Now this is a song in both Irish and English, sung by Claare Sands, with the whistle of Brian Finnegan.
Northern lights invite me, a coaster in a show. Dance barna down, lemma hinna gallon. Kyoshi, I hear you calling me back home. Glor have read the gallow, McCree, Lonald Datcher. Hands on your skin, in places that still sing. Soon tree, I hear you calling me back home. Jalon, Jalon day, show me the way, show me the way. Jalon, Jalon day, show me the way. Isha, soul sings, free the Isha, lift my wings. Jalon, Jalon dee, show me the way, show me the way. Jalon, Jalon dee, show me the way, show me the way. Jalon, Jalon dee, show me the way, show me the way. Jalon, Jalon dee, show me the way, show me the way. Jalon, Jalon dee, show me the way, show me the way. Jalon, Jalon dee, show me the way, show me the way.
The voice of Claare Sands, who hails from Cork, though with connections which she explores with other areas of Ireland, and there she sang her bilingual song about the Jalon Day, the butterfly, and we heard there the flute, the whistle rather, of Brian Finnegan. Den jou arltach ach baialach de serra a hera and ri, ten nien ligastiach and ranag, as te corori troggle suse, as te gi as giw de crioil, Jane Claare as a chabanec, ach scone for the ish goil weg. Tre ten ranag shira gold a lai, rish ten nien jou arltach, as ten ri chit de ve corri no drenny cor gelden as ma saw, souli as a ranag meri, gus a chamber jabachek. Unshen, te chit de ve corri de veli kiau a ranag nine vola. Ach, sen dol tajimach te chin de ve in the frins a soulien ellen kingelegger. Te ginstji de dug droch witch pisha gersen, as na dodach nien sail ri livrea, morenni, as ma saw. Nish ti shira kid a hera de hit de ve poostrische prins shaw, as ter a chigol rumbugus riacht an erege. Henk de Doris couch for gulla tarn jorish ha kabel bena. Les tabagan bena erning ging as les grai air. Now, George Alfred Ring had been called to the Manx bar in 1873, according to an article in the Manx Quarterly at the time of his eventual retirement in 1921. Mr. Ring's genuine and disinterested public spirit has been specially manifested in his labours for the cause of public education. Long before there was any prospect of his obtaining legal office, he'd become a member of the Douglas School Board, and his 16 years' chairmanship of that body was a real era of progress. Later on, after he'd taken his seat in the councils of the state, he was for many years chairman of the Council of Education. Mr. Ring is an enthusiastic churchman, holding pronounced views on what is sometimes called the sacerdotal side. Well, I can tell you that he worshipped at St. Matthew's Church in Douglas, which rather bucked the trend of evangelical worship in the island, espousing a high church Anglo-Catholic approach. Well, having mentioned High Church and so on, that was unfortunately Dor an Ivern, the Gate of Hell. And that was by a Breton band from Brésil, the northwest, not far from Brest, and the band was called Startigen, who got together when they were still pupils at a Diwan Breton language secondary school. There'll be more from them a little later.
Office World, have we got it? Office World, yes we have. Office World.
For all things stationery, from pens, pencils, paper and ink cartridges to desking and seating, Office World has it. Call 666 366. Come down to Spring Valley Industrial Estate, Braddon, to find out more of what's in store.
Office World, have we got it? Office World, yes we have. Office World.
Hi, James from Tracy Bell here. Are you wanting or waiting for new dentures? Do your current dentures need replacing, but you're scared the new ones won't be the same? Well, here at Tracy Bell, we've invested in a SmartFit denture system that can copy a denture or make a new one with no impressions in just 2 visits. Yes, 2 visits with no impressions, with different options for every budget. Why not call us for a consultation today and let us make a good impression on you? Call 613323. Tracy Bell, helping you to be better.
Discover a fabulous range of watches, gifts and jewellery at Ramsey Art Gallery, with top brand watches from Bulova, Citizen Eco Drive and Storm to Acura, Seconda and Timex. Plus, all watch purchases come with free lifetime watch bracelet adjustment service. There's stunning gold and silver jewellery, gifts for all occasions, and of course a fabulous gallery of limited edition prints and original artworks. Find all this and more at Ramsey Art Gallery, Jewellers and Engravers, opposite Ramsey RNLI shop.
Get your tickets now for this season's range of onboard dining events, featuring old favourites like the legendary Pie and Mash Train, the Curry Club and more, including memorable dining experiences on one of our Steam theme events with something for everyone. To find out what's cooking on the dining car or to book, call 697 457 or visit rail.im.
Station, Manx Radio.
Sure you stasiwn yn asiwn Radio Vannes yn sure she Claare na Gael vis reclashen Cartnish, Merin Peen, Robert Gittin Carswell, Robert a Carslach.
Did the ever hear tell of old Bobby Bob?
As de Claare na Gael reclashen was shacht and looked ye gulla creele and chid chiert shaw, Jorish Golgus in a degger Radio Vanning, sbrew a craman eish rish, as eish rai enam Claare master de enman show. As they redden more podcast, yes, was Riestach, Shen Regadden, Trud, in a degger Radio Vanning, the Trud and Reich here the podcast yow. Now, George Alfred Ring was appointed Attorney General in 1898, and he held that office until he was 70, officially retiring in October 1920. The Manx Quarterly article from April 1921 says, "In February last, he left the island to take up residence near Brighton. Mr. Ring is now 70 years old, and some 3 years ago he underwent a serious breakdown of health, from which he's not completely recovered." And the article also tells us that Mr. Ring has time and time again succeeded marvellously in imposing a policy upon a reluctant chamber. Mr. Ring has consistently described himself as a liberal in politics, and it was understood at the time of the English general election of 1910 that he'd been approached as a prospective liberal candidate for an English constituency. But the article remarks that it's often been felt that the Manx policy, of which Mr. Ring was the exponent, divagated very far from liberal principles, especially in regard to taxation. As Chowhulu Jane Hout Shaw van a Chiadu, Henry Firnach van a Chiarvent en Frentseig. To Henry Firnach chorrent slid de gereel as a fian treven manchit in deed gus ranag, drau fe mersen kiau 3 bondigen jaren herrische gree, de rele vai brisje les burres im nee. Tre hai a couch rosh de chorlesje prins gus a rireacht egge, as for Henry Firniach cúna leis na níosdew de grappal stiachán, rinne cost de sús ag tew chúlú jay, as fe len de vóga ag libre a váister. As trevan an ol pert Jane red, heel de prins Sheehan vai tew chúlú Jane chouch, mar de bech riddenach bris. As hien dem a gita is dilly amach, Henry, tan chwiel go le brisje tam I ledden shigge. Ach treger Henry, Genei chwiel de go le brisje, ach bonde me chrie. As de jaggige pien me chrias de han, she fair jousen, ren me kian me giet me chrie bach. Now Jeff Christian is here to brag about being the pride of Portlimurra.
Portlimurra, I can reap or plough fodder, I can find the gentle lugworm in the sand. I am up to all that's tricky in the sailing of a nicky, and I'm told there's not me equal in the land. I'm an able-bodied seaman and a troll, and I'm a demon, but outside the 3-mile limit, understand. I am up both late and early, catching congers long and curly, and I'm told there's not me equal in the land. In the land, yes, in the land, for there's no one else there able to command. I am up both late and early, catching congers long and curly, and I'm told there's not me equal in the land. I can dance the double shuffle, and wherever there's a scuffle, I am generally there to lend a hand. Though I'm what they're calling steady, for a spree I'm always ready, and a jock there's not me equal in the land. For a tay fight none is keener, I can play the concertina, and at Castletown they want me in the band. As a singer I am clever, and at seconds you have never, no, you've never heard my equal in the land. In the land, yes, in the land, and for any mortal thing I'm in demand. As a singer I am clever, and at seconds you have never, no, you've never heard my equal in the land. On a Sunday to the Ranthers, all the neighbours come in canters, when I'm singing in the choir, oh, it's grand. All the gals are there from Serby, and I'm told they've come from Derby, for they think there's not my equal in the land. There's a girl at Bellahary who it's like I'll have to marry, for she's got a slock of money at her hand. If she's not exactly charming, yet at cooking or at farming, well, you cannot find her equal in the land. In the land, yes, in the land. And they say she couldn't be much better man. If she's not exactly charming, yet at cooking or at farming, well, you cannot find her equal in the land. In the land, yes, in the land. And they say she couldn't be much better man. If she's not exactly charming, yet at cooking or at farming, well, you cannot find her equal in the land.
Jeff Christian, who reckons he's the pride of Portlimurra, which is quite good going for a man from Bride, but there he was singing in the company of Harmony, a song from the King of Gobnagir, the musical presentation that was at the Gaiety Theatre many years ago, 1908 I think it was. Rishas fos Ciurdelia henke Sheehan Hedden, a smunny a prince the rawi and wheel va golebricious on shigaras. Ach, Shane Brisha Jane a bondig en Elia vai Cree Henry Firniach van. Erno drawi nish go jint magas manra. A Shenjera and Skeel Machon a Prince Ranag. As mas ólig den goltaach der ferelje seo, skiel enmesich ket as loch ons partius. Look der ket chit de veangesach rish loch. Renne goirish der au huish grai moers kurges egge son, de ren an loch verjere cordeel de ginnach het berge koejach, as kommel taire gelia. Sein dan ginne werloos an a joure door te ket, nonne niemut sorrens ljorish agres, as genaiden Dutch loch weg gleesige de holmaag, nonne biu gotch ons ribbe. Maar zo rennet Lord Rogelia, as rennet kjonnache potbeg de geer. As eis gedod het smunjen bal de chore de bay Saudja. Well, we came up northward from Crongbun to reach the place where George Alfred Ring was living, and this was Willaston. Now, Willaston had been named by John George Bennett, who came from Willaston, the village of Willaston on the Wirral. He married a Miss Clegg from Lonnon, and he bought 5 fields of the Ballinard estate in 1847. He built some sort of a house on it, and this was the property that George Alfred Ring later bought. And I think it was George Alfred Ring who was responsible for alterations in the 1890s to develop that property, which much later in 1954 became the Manor Hotel. It's not the house that was back in the 1840s, 1850s, but it was developed, I think, by George Alfred Ring in the 1890s. We've heard that on George Alfred Ring's retirement in October 1920, he left the island in February of 1921, and at that time he sold the estate, Willaston, to Johnny Watterson. Well, Johnny Watterson was coming back to the island after making his fortune in California. Must have been one of the miners there, one of the 49ers perhaps who'd struck gold. His house was where Johnny Watterson's court is, at the bottom of the lane, Johnny Watterson's Lane. The Willaston estate was bought in 1944 by Douglas Corporation, and 700 houses were developed there. Well, yesterday was Dydd Gwyl Dewi Sant, and this is a song in Welsh. Farewell I Langevelach Lawn. Farewell to the village of Langevelach, fine Langevelach. It's sung by Olion Bew.
Ar merched ifanc I gyd o'r bron, rymynd I weld Paris sy'n
The voice and fiddle of Lucy Rivers and the guitar of Dan Lawrence, the duo Olion Bew, Living Traces, joined there on cajon by Mark O'Connor for the song Farewell I Langevellach Lon. Langevellach is a community about 4 miles north of Swansea city centre. From here on, what are now the outskirts of Douglas, we turn back towards the bay. Now halt we next by Marathon, home, ere his pilgrimage was done, of Manin's most best beloved son, whom fortune had not left behind, yet was he uniformly kind. True sympathy is never blind. Full well he knew the humble folk who groaned beneath misfortune's yoke. These would his sympathies evoke. Resolved his role of life should be unostentatious charity. No braggart of his deeds was he. To liquidate kind fortune's score, entered the dwellings of the poor, to turn the wolf outside the door. Well, Marathon in Victoria Road in Douglas was the home of Samuel Harris, 1815 to 1905. He was an advocate and High Bailiff of Douglas and was involved with numerous charities and was a founder of the House of Industry in Kingswood Grove. He was particularly proud to have got Queen Victoria to donate to founding the House of Industry and to pay £25 per year towards it. Ach, look thou Sir Smunionair, for the door te ket nach bergbal na she. Ach look thou Sir Smunionair, rish father, door te ket nach bergbal na she on nen giel. No na jinnach pecher be gaide en shen. As de vodach had core phone alter, as na jinnach had benten rish derba feemok de fear. Ma saw shova jint, as van potbeg courage on sausjes. Ach, rosh father, smoor van mien lesje get de vlaashenair. Eshrum loch weg doorte, tamir we shiritel jorish me wen wunger, de gol mor jeje, de mak beg tia rugger gus a tail, fair bene lesh sput dona. As tad giri a basje jew, ma sol yig thou gol hugger, chouds thou us tanach den sty as kummel tai. O, son shigeris dan soer loch, imi tammy gwiort a chorer be, as threat thou goil mir and jail yun in my smoney arm, but William bind the fiend Jurg Millish. A gerau vogel je nirnion sol you je shaw, gerau ben bun je gechet, as gerau eer we shirre je de vene jeja. And that's Scottish trio Assynt with David Shedden on pipes, Graham Mackenzie on fiddle and Innes White on guitar, but augmented on that recording by the double bass of Charlie Stewart. Assynt is an area of Sutherland, but of course the reference there, Assynt House, it's a pun on Acid House. But anyway, that was the trio Assynt. Ashún an Ashún sé the Jarw Shent a Radio Banning. Sé Claare na Gael wisgol scalia mach ag an treiton mish Robert din Carswell Robert a Carslach.
Haven't heard tell of old Bobby Bob.
Haya ket gus a chiel, the girach gus a fot beg, as renne schlie a gair vain bear. Esh, renne kosjach harish mullion a valia, hug a shilia a churgeon. Renne shina mach a heen phone green. As renne schline robegen egge gemennik a smunnie a fot weg de gair. As esh treven faster begger, jit haya de balia. Sjo tau verjaren door ter loch, tam je shielden er uit trei ginnel led. O, ginnel de loer dregger de ket. As krein enem huggu den feitje, braie loch. Berje, door de ket, de hamlach. Berje, dilly loch, enem gin kasola jendesach Wel shenrid kajin se loch tired. Kreilesh, door de ket, gen weg na smedden a spulgair kin jeeg, mot an lianu baast jed. Begin de grein a lug sjo, she mien wel esje get rish. Rish signed out braiach jeed door de rische loch, de jinu dau faur, as kummeltai de lummergen rishlei. Samuel Harris was chairman of the first Douglas Town Commissioners in 1860, having topped the poll. When Douglas became a borough, he was invited to become the first mayor, but he declined. He said he had far too many other commitments with his charitable work, the charitable work that William Gell refers to in the poem. The Harris Promenade was the first to be developed in 1868 at the instigation of Samuel Harris and takes his name. Harris Terrace also takes its name from the Harris family, but the houses there were developed by Samuel Harris's father. This was another Samuel Harris Senior. There's a memorial window to our Samuel Harris Feast, in the east end, the extended end of St. George's Church. We've heard of Samuel Harris's pride in getting Queen Victoria's donation to the House of Industry, and William Gell writes, "Full loyal had he ever been to king, to queen, to king and queen. 3 generations had he seen, housed in his tenement of clay, by living labours day by day, while slothful souls had passed away." Well, now, this coming Wednesday will be the 5th of March, and that's the day when St. Piran is celebrated throughout Cornwall. This is Harry Glasson's Song for Cornwall, performed by the Cape Cornwall Singers.
When I sing of Cornwall, it's one way to begin, to tell the story of the men of copper, fish and tin. From the sea that's all around us to way below the ground, the memory of his mighty men is gathered all around. So let's hear it for Trelawney, may his army never die. Let's hear it for Trevithick with his engine steaming by. Let's hear it for the farmers and for the fishermen. Let's hear it for the miners who we hope will mine again. Oh, from the engine houses they scattered round Carnbray, to the wide Snowston landscapes sculptured in the china clay. From the harbours here at Newlyn, at Portreath and at Loo, the lighthouse on the Wolf Rock proves what Cornish men can do. So let's hear it for Trelawney, may his army never die. Let's hear it for Trevithick with his engine steaming by. Let's hear it for the farmers and for the fishermen. Let's hear it for the miners who we hope will mine again. Cornish past is mighty, it was built by mighty men, and as Cornish men we yearn for those times to come again. Or do we let our mining and our fishing round us fall? Not if we stick together in our motto one and all. So let's hear it for Trelawney, may his army never die. Let's hear it for Trevithick with his engine steaming by. Let's hear it for the farmers and for the fishermen. Let's hear it for the miners who we hope will mine again. Now when you cross the promised land. There's one thing to remember, one thing to understand, that Cornwall's not a county decided in the west, that Cornwall is a country, the land we love the best. So let's hear it for Trelawney, may his army never die. Let's hear it for Trevithick with his engine steaming by. Let's hear it for the farmers and for the fishermen. Let's hear it for the miners who we hope will mine again.
The Cape Cornwall Singers with A Song for Cornwall. That's Harry Glasson's song, which celebrates its national day, does Cornwall, St Piran's Day, on the 5th of March, and the white cross on the black field, the cross of St Piran. That flag will be very much in evidence, and there's lots of celebration throughout Cornwall on the 5th of March. As Samuel Harris was born in 1815, William Gell's description of his royal loyalties are to king, to queen, to king and queen. I suppose they should all be to the Lord of Man, of course, but the king and queen together were Edward VII and Queen Alexandra. And we heard about their visit to the island, which included a trip down to the Moore family home at Cronkbourne. We heard about that last time. The Queen before that was, of course, Queen Victoria. Before her, William Gell refers to just the king. Well, he's right that there was only one king at a time, but at the time of Samuel Harris's birth in 1815, the king was George III, but it was the period of the Regency. Before 5 years later, in 1820, George IV succeeded to the throne in his own right. On the death of George IV in 1830, he was succeeded by his brother William IV, and then William IV died in 1837, and that led to the accession of Queen Victoria. So William Gell's reference to Samuel Harris's loyalty first to king would pedantically cover George III, George IV and William IV during Samuel Harris's first 24 years of life. 22 years of life, he said, yes, 22 years it should be. Hai a Claare, a stinche den loch, Tamir wei shirrit an nachirt de vei me jeje, as no de wel leggen beg fenje me geert de wal leggen, scorn for them gobbled jinaway. Maar so ren a loch weg gingel cor kid, as ren a kets now rish balla a valje der a renke a chiel, as haie de girach as a pot de geir, as ren a an lie arnje. Hanel weg blastel gemaie shen tau frail de chien door they, as gennacht an len woeiach les ober an leige. Tre renke tai, vrije loch kreien enem va curricherel janu. Lieer soel, dreger a cat. Lieer soel, dilly a loch, ha gil me riw lid an enem se veem. Nim cor giol na wel gedden se ne lier. Tjen de grei veel lier na nuchen aliam. De leer lug shen, gauw biele get de gielerie spenten den reer. Ta ridden mai de kinjach chit ma truer, door de rische loch. Rish tam weer wij shirje de gol mar jeja. Now this is a song that's become very well known, very well recorded in fact over the years. It was written by Patrick Dunn, better known as the Pecker. And Derry Farrell sings the Pecker Dunn song, Sullivan's John.
Oh, Sullivan's John, to the road you've gone, far away from your native home. And you've gone with a tinker's daughter, far along the road to Rome. Ah, Sullivan's John, you won't stick it long, till your belly will soon be slack. and you'll be going the road with a mighty load and a toolbox on your back. I met Katie Cafe with her wee baby all along on her back strapped on. She'd an old ash plantain up in her fist for to drive the old donkey on. Oh, inquiring at every farmer's house as along the road she passed. Ah, where would she get an old pot to mend, or where would she find an ass? Ah, Sullivan's John to the road, you've gone far away from your native home. Oh, you've gone with a tinker's daughter far along the road to Rome. Oh, Sullivan's John, you won't stick it long to your belly will soon get slack. You'll be going the road with a mighty load and a toolbox on your back. There's a hairy ass fair in the county Claare, in a place they call Spansel Hill, where my brother James got a rap on the hames while poor Paddy he tried to kill. And they loaded him up on an old horse and cart as along the road to go. Oh, bad luck to the day that he went away to join with the tinker band. Sullivan's John, to the road you've gone far away from your native home. Oh, you've gone with a tinker's daughter far along the road to Rome. Ah, Sullivan's John, you won't stick it long to your belly will soon be slack. You'll be going the road with a mighty load and a toolbox on your back. You'll be going the road with a mighty load and a toolbox on your back.
A guest at Cruniach a few years ago, that's Derry Farrell and his version of the Peckerdon song Sullivan's John, and Derry's own bouzouki was joined by the bouzouki of Donal Lunny on that. Tan fair beg a cheer seo, dŵr raket, dŵ the lure, leis caddan bena, as gin gestien ben by a chorp. Chanella lid tacher dag lei, maar so nieuw ligged au golna gin. Bear jay, leer soel, rennen luchtallig, en men gekweeged, chanel njaart hem mag de goilie in de stjouw. Now, William Gell also says of Samuel Harris, 3 generations had he seen housed in his tenement of clay, in other words, in human form, as we are but clay. He'd spent 3 generations. A generation is 25 years, and Samuel Harris was 90 when he died, so I suppose you could say pedantically again that he'd seen 3 generations, didn't quite make the 4th. Well, my delure, shene a cheer cho. Between 7 and 9 you can enjoy the best of chill-out music for your Sunday evening with Chris Pearson. And then at 9 o'clock Judith Lay is here to present Sundown. We close Claare Gael with the sound of Breton band again, Start again, trying here to play off the Richter scale apparently. Skerlen Richter is the title of this piece from them. Ach Sinead by Claare Gael Cartnish, and so until the next time, this is Robert Catteen Carswell, Robert a Carslach.
Old Bobby Bob.
Wishing you a very good night eve, I'm a Chriort, as me Yeri and Share Dutch.